Alright, so let's play another horrible FMV game.
Woo.
The one that Netzlover has been waiting for. Double Switch.
Yeah, unfortunately this one doesn't have one of the titles feature Alfred Hitchcock dancing. That was only a Night Trap.
Oh hey, it's a digital pictures game by Tom Zito. And to absolutely no one's surprise, it is terrible. And makes no sense.
I don't know, I tried to play this game, but I just simply concluded that it was fucking impossible.
No, it is beatable. The problem is that you wouldn't want to, because...
Yeah, I figured that it would probably be
stupid.
beatable, but then I probably have to spend like hours upon hours in order to pretty much be able to tell what's going to happen, when, and where. And to be honest, I have better things to do.
It doesn't really help that the guy you set out to help in the beginning is actually the villain. Spoilers! Also, there's an ancient cursed mummy and stuff.
Okay, to be
And Luigi,
honest
the
here,
leader of the
I
mafia.
didn't see that coming. Usually don't see Corey Haim playing a villain.
Changed
Sorry.
room is A, arm trap is A, okay.
So yeah, actually,
So, wait, if
but
you try
actually
to...
come to think of it, the one who wrote the screenplay for this, Flynn Dilley, actually looked him up. Apparently he was the story editor for the 80s G.I. Joe and Transformers cartoons.
I see.
And apparently I think he was also a programmer for that one James Bond game, Tomorrow Never Dies, which, last time I checked, was a piece of shit.
Huh.
So at least he's
You and me are friends, right? You gotta help me.
So basically, Eddie's locked up in the basement. And we help him out by activating traps to trap bad people in the rooms and stuff.
She's clearly evil.
Well, there are certain points where it's where it is admittedly pretty obvious that he is evil.
This is Brutus. He just got out of prison. You better watch out for him. I don't know what he's up to, but I don't like anybody snooping around my place, okay? This is Alex's room on the second floor. She's a new girl in town. Says she's a journalist.
These are my
Leech is
spy
sitting there like
cameras.
everybody with spy cameras is totally cool, you guys.
The handyman. He's the one who's been screwing everything up around here. Trap him whenever you can. There's an emergency alarm going off.
An emergency.
Stay here and cover me while I take them.
Did her dialogue just get cut off? Huh?
Please stop screaming.
I armed the trap, and apparently I didn't arm it enough.
Screw up again and you're gone.
Yeah, that's the problem with this thing. It really only gives you a split second to actually trigger the traps.
Come back. I want you gone.
There's no telling how, when, or where you're supposed to activate those damn things.
Well, they do sort of give you a hint.
You let those suckers
The
get
camera
to the
focuses. The camera
Yeah, and I'm
focuses
slamming on the
those
buttons, but then
symbols
when
on
I
the
get
floor,
past, then when I get past 3 arm, it just resets to 0 arm, even if in this case, as he was actually holding on to the trap with his hand. But apparently that is not close enough.
Well, maybe that was the wrong trap.
Not really, it said power box and he was holding on to the power box. I'm willing to bet that it was the power box.
Come on, get with it. Get me out of here.
But it's at what point when he's touching it do you use it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think you're supposed to get a sound prompt or something, but
Stay here and
Is it not the gauge in the bottom left, or
no, the gauge there, that's just simply something that goes lower the more you prepare.
Oh, I
certain
see. I am
traps, and-
supposed to activate the trap way before it. And then it activated, but it didn't actually do anything. Okay, sure, fine.
Hey, now you're making me look
Why not just make it a single button press, game designer? Why are you putting 6 button presses between me and success when I only need 1? The only thing you're achieving by doing this is proving to me that you hate me, and by proving to me that you hate me, I don't really want to play your game much either.
power overload? Nice. It's too late for the fireplace. So.
That was pretty horrifying.
Bye bye.
And then of course there's the whole thing of me not actually knowing how much I'm supposed to set these things, or where I'm supposed to set these things, how I fire them, or anything, because nothing in the game is actually ever explained.
Hey, wake up. You gotta get the code numbers to get me out of here.
For example, let us just pause here for a moment. Someone is clearly on their way in. And we know that he's walking on shit, but the problem is that we don't know exactly which shit. Not to mention that we don't know when the shit is supposed to fire. And we don't know actually how to make it fire, because we can set it to fire, but we don't know how to actually make it go.
May I help you?
Yeah, we're looking for Brutus.
I believe I know him, Mr. Brutus. Well, perhaps the name is familiar. I may have met him at some point. Oh yes, now I know the gentleman you fellows are.
Yes, and Ben, which particular sound effect is that? And since you have to remember that I am playing with a 1 second sound delay half of the time, that doesn't really help all that much. Murder.
Fun for the whole family.
You're letting those suckers get the upper hand. Come on, get with it, pal.
Main problem as always being if you're not actually in the room before they do it, it's already over.
Yeah, the thing that pisses me off about this game is that they put in a lot of work with all the different scenes and everything that you can stumble into, but you can never actually watch any of them because then some jackass in some other room is basically going for the power box and then it's game over before you even know it. so he can't even enjoy that.
Okay, let's see. Where the heck is this supposed punch? There isn't even a mention of the punch on the map.
I'm guessing it's on in the alcove? Fuck knows.
Maybe?
Oh, punches the columns. That makes sense.
And game over.
Power box.
As I was busy waiting for him to take that final step to actually step on the column trap zone, I die. Yep. But it featured Arlie Emery as the handyman. Star-studded, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, this game does in fact have 3 acts. Act 1, you are helping Eddie to escape, and in Act 2 you learn that helping Eddie escape was the stupidest thing you could possibly have ever done. Which means that not helping him escape actually sort of unlocks the good ending in a sense.
So, hey, hooray, you win.
Yeah. The best ending would of course be to call the police and say, hey, there is literally a guy of comically Italian mobsters here to murder the shit out of some guy. There's a building filled with deadly traps, and someone has been locked in the basement by their own father. You might want to check that out.
Personally, I'd say the best ending is you take the game out of the Sega CD and you put it in the trash.
Good idea, let's do that. Double switch. Why so many people requested that game, I will never know.
They wanted to see you suffer, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I guess that is a time-honored tradition around here, but still. I just don't know. It's just not a terribly good game. Oh well.